We're back once again on Yankees Hot Stove here on Yes, and it is a Monday, so that means Mondays with Michael Kay. And to do that, we head to his radio studio now. Join Michael Kay, the voice of the Yankees. Michael, you have so many toys in that studio. How do you stay focused?
You know what? This is just some of the toys that I have in my life, so I've got so many more at home, and I manage to stay focused.
That's good. You know, I just think with the choo-choo going around, you really have a hard time doing that. But in the meantime, we know when the Yankees got Aaron Hicks that Chris Young was not coming back to the team. Today, though, news he signs with the Boston Red Sox, a multi-year contract to add to their outfield depth. What did you think about him signing with a rival?
A little bit of an interesting move by the Red Sox, because when you look at the young outfielders they have coming up, I don't know if you would really look at them as platoonable type of outfielders. And if you watched Young over the last couple of years with the Yankees, he's definitely a guy who plays against left-handers. He does not hit righties that well. He gave the Yankees more than he could have hoped for when they picked him up after the Mets let him go at the end of the 2014 season. He showed them enough that they would bring him back, and he did a good job last year as well. I mean, he was really a part of that Yankee team that got one of the wild cards. He did a great job, but once the Yankees got Hicks, which was more cost-effective for them, they had no intention of trying to bring back Chris Young, and it does surprise me a bit that the Red Sox were the team that moved in to get him, but the bottom line is he might play very well at Fenway Park, more or less as a pinch hitter, I would think, against some lefty pitchers.
Michael, we're a week away from the winter meetings in Nashville. There are still a lot of big names out there, big free agent names, the belief that there will be some trades too. What are your expectations as you look toward next week and potentially a lot of movement around baseball?
Well, I think that everything will kind of loosen up after the Jordan Zimmermann signing. I think everybody was waiting. They didn't want to be the first on the board. They didn't want to set the market, and Jordan Zimmermann pretty much did. He got a really, really good contract. So when you look at what Zimmermann got, over $20 million a year, and then you read that, you know, Johnny Cueto just turned down $20 million a year in a 6-year deal, you know the money's going to be extraordinary for guys like Greinke, and you keep hearing that the Dodgers and the Giants are bidding for him, and obviously a guy like David Price. You hear that the Red Sox might be involved. I would not be surprised, guys, at all if Greinke and Price got upwards of $30 million a year. And I think that, you know, when you come to the winter meetings, a lot of the groundwork was laid at the GM meetings. I really, truly believe that a lot of discussions were made, and they might strike when the winter meetings hit. So I look for the Yankees, and Brian Cashman really never really leaked stuff out. I bet you they make a deal that either gets them a starting pitcher, and I'm not quite sure, I'm still not convinced that they're going to go into the 2016 season with a combination of Ackley and Refsnyder as their second baseman. They might, but I think they're going to explore maybe upgrading over that, at least defensively. But I think the Yankees will make a move during the winter meetings as well.
Yeah, Hot Stove will be down in Nashville. We'll have a lot to talk about next week, Michael, certainly. Let me wrap it up with this. November 29th, a big day. One, because it's a birthday of Mariano Rivera. But the other name that stands out to you, one of your Fordham brethren, the legendary Dodgers broadcaster Vin Scully, who turned 88, and he, of course, has announced he'll be coming back next year. I think you celebrate that more than his birthday, right?
I do celebrate that, but I am a little bit worried about the fact that he has said that this is pretty much going to be his final year. I think as long as Vin Scully can do it, he's got to continue to go out there, even if it's a very limited amount of games. He pretty much does home games right now, and maybe San Francisco, sometimes Arizona. He is the greatest at what we do, simply the greatest. There's nobody better. And even at the age of 87 last year, he was amazing. When you consider that he's done this for 67 years, he is an absolute national treasure, not just a Fordham treasure. Everybody who does what we do in the business, look at Vin Scully, and we can't believe that he's as good as he is, because he almost operates on a different level than every single one of us. I'm just honored to even be in the same business. But I think we all know, those that do play-by-play for baseball, we're not even on the same food chain as Vin Scully. He's that great. And when you consider the fact that he's doing it at the age of 87 and next year at 88 and still sharp as a tack, and still, when I get home after a Yankees game and I have the extra innings package and I listen to a Dodger game on TV, I actually feel like I'm stealing. That's how great he is.
Yeah, Jack and I are the same way. It's like listening to poetry every night. All right, Michael, thanks. We'll see you again next week.
You got it, guys.